ever since its inclusion into the masculine subculture hierarchy by Vox Day. Sigma males have made their way into the hearts of people with their super cool traits and threaten to outshine the other archetypes. We find some examples of the Sigma characters in our everyday sci-fi movies, ranging from Doctor in Doctor Who, Harbord in Vikings, Han Solo in Star Wars, and even our favorite John Wick. Everyone wants a touch of the Sigma magic, so as the day passes, there is a character transformation going on. The almighty alpha is gradually losing its charms as most men now dread to be called alpha, so they won't automatically be seen as narcissistic macho. In today's video, we will be learning how Sigma males build their character. Firstly, we need to know the basis for character formation. The character can be formed either through nature or nurture. Nature describes how a person's personality is influenced by their genes, whereas nurture describes how a person's environment, including their connections and experiences, has an impact on their growth. The question of whether nature or nurture has a bigger impact on personality and development is one of psychology's oldest philosophical debates. Everyone is diverse and unique, but some of us are more prone to certain behaviors and emotions than others. These are the ways Sigma males build a strong character. Letting go of arrogance. The reason why people dread the almighty alpha pack is the opposite that puts Sigma in the limelight. Particularly alpha males are viewed as being haughty and possibly bordering on egotistical. Sigma males learn very early not to present themselves as experts. They are comfortable with admitting they don't know everything, showing that they are eager to learn. This makes people around feel less threatened, and it pays off as everyone always holds them in high esteem. Practicing self-awareness. Real Sigma men present their real selves to the world, not the persona they believe would win people over. They only dance to the beat of their drums and are comfortable in their flesh. They learn to show self-confidence that is consistent with positive self-esteem rather than haughtiness. No matter who is watching, they always present themselves as they are. People are going to be drawn to the quality that makes you seem true and real. Having an I live by my own rules attitude. Developing into a Sigma entails shunning tribalism and the need to conform to the existing quo. Sigma males decide to live their life free from the constraints of the social dominance system. They prefer what's right for them and establish the moral and social norms that suit them. To have a happy and contented life, living for yourself rather than what other people think you should do in life is of utmost importance. By adopting this position, Sigma males tend to lose some of the social group they belong to. But as a true Sigma, they won't have any trouble traveling alone or finding happiness without friends, because they don't build their self-worth around social validation. Seeing peace in solitude and embracing it. Sigma male doesn't want to be comforted by the popular Liverpool FC anthem, "You will never walk alone," because he otherwise finds peace in walking alone. No wonder he threads on a lone path. The great yearning for isolation is a defining characteristic of Sigma guys. They are neither odd nor antisocial, preferring to be by themselves whenever possible. They are tolerant of people, but they find energy and cerebral stimulation in solitude. On it, they thrive. Solitude to them is like fuel to their engine. It gives them the energy they need to keep going. They rather invest time into reading, researching, and developing their mindset, making them a strong force to reckon with. You will have the opportunity to concentrate on creating a successful personal and professional life, the Sigma male way, when you spend time alone, away from the distractions and opinions of the outside world. It contributes to your aura of mystery that you aren't constantly reachable. Women find elusive males fascinating for some strange reason and are drawn to them. Developing self-reliance. The capacity to rely on oneself to make decisions and carry out tasks without assistance from others is known as self-reliance. Along with independence, having this trait might positively affect your success. The Sigma male expects nothing from people, and he knows that his success lies in his own decision, so you see him dedicating his time to work. This dedication helps lift the pin on the career ladder. When people don't support you, you'll have a lot more confidence in yourself and be less prone to experience depression. While receiving external validation might be motivating, you can also validate yourself and build your confidence. This attitude also helps Sigma males in their relationship, because they are neither clingy nor dependent on their partners to fulfill all of their requirements. If you can't keep it together, women will instantly judge you as weak, since they prefer strong, self-assured, independent guys. Practicing humility and gratitude. Despite their success and the fact that they don't rely on people, Sigma men maintain a humble and grounded demeanor. They also understand the value of showing appreciation for the help they have received. By consistently exhibiting humility and gratitude, they build a balance in their character that encourages good relationships with others. This appreciative attitude of theirs passes through every aspect of their lives and makes them more likable to people, being good and yet not bossy leaders. You don't have to constantly tell your team members or workers that you are in charge or that you are an expert. You may be a powerful, silent, but respected leader. This is how the Sigma male leads. His strong work ethic shows and rubs off on those he is leading. They are inspired to perform by his leadership style, which is balanced and humble. However, there's no need to project a lack of assurance like beta men, which could give the impression that the Sigma male is a relaxed boss. Practicing empathic listening. Sigma males are distinguished from the hierarchical gang by their capacity to listen empathically. When others pay attention, people feel seen, heard, and validated. Avoid acting like the attention-seeking, egotistical alpha man during a conversation. Whenever you are conversing with your partner or others, pay close attention and use active listening techniques. You can tell you care about what is being said if you do that. In your close connections, listening with empathy shows that you are concerned about whatever the other person is experiencing or feeling at the time. They keep sharpening their emotional intelligence. The capacity to be conscious of and in control of your thoughts, feelings, words, and actions is referred to as emotional intelligence. Instead of exploding in rage, Sigma males can self-regulate and sympathize with others, particularly those who treat them poorly. They can interact and resolve conflicts in both their personal and professional life. They learn how to handle and cope with stress in ways that do not worsen problems by developing their emotional intelligence. Being courageous and solid. Sigma guys are self-assured advocates for their causes, which empowers them to question the status quo and make difficult decisions. They exhibit a strong dedication to their principles, which gains them respect and makes it easier for them to deal with the difficulties of life. They are effective activists. Shunning competitiveness. A lack of self-confidence is demonstrated by an obsessive drive to compete with others, which is frequently found in alpha men. There is a strong desire to succeed or to be correct. If you don't, you will feel disorganized and undeserving, because competing and succeeding serve as justifications. Getting rid of the competitive attitude is a trademark of Sigma men. They acknowledge that they don't need to win to feel admirable or successful. You won't find them bragging or contrasting their skills, abilities, and accomplishments with those of others. That comes off as more alpha male-like and gives the wrong impression. When the powerful silent Sigma character wants a challenge or to increase their chances of success, they'd frequently compete against themselves. Being respectful and treating others well. Respecting others comes naturally to someone who has emotional intelligence and empathy. You can admire people who embrace the labels even when, as a Sigma, you have resisted the thought of being reduced to a societal construct. Respect another guy's decision if he chooses to identify with beta, alpha, or delta males. To identify with Sigma men, one must be willing to accept and appreciate other people's decisions and refrain from acting in a superior manner toward them. Everyone should indeed be treated with respect, regardless of their age, gender, sexual orientation, appearance, social standing, economic situation, or ethnicity. Building adaptability and flexibility. On the one hand, assertiveness is lacking among beta and omega males. Alphas, on the other side, might be too stiff, strict, and domineering. Being able to balance firmness and flexibility will make you a more admirable person. Being flexible allows you to adjust to various or changing circumstances. Since you can accept each team member's special qualities and remain at ease, letting others take the lead, you're better able to function as a team player. By the way, being flexible is praised as a quality of a good leader. You might probably want to let your inner Sigma out, but you're unsure of how to take on the Sigma male persona. Fortunately, by creating new neural connections in the brain, people can alter or enhance their personality traits. It's referred to as changing your mindset by psychologists. In this situation, the procedure requires daily repetition of the characteristics of a Sigma male for it to become automatic or habitual. Your actions will eventually start to resemble those of Sigma guys. Knowing how Sigma males build their character, it's time to know why Sigma males reach their goals. Click on the image and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.